And another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Mickey Callaway. Um, Step right up and be the next douchebag in line to just another guy doing some weird shit over text, harassing women or whatever he was doing. Wait, Wendy, I know we were just talking about, but give me the run, or I guess give everyone the rundown because I didn't like read into the entire article what happened.
Yeah, so allegedly, Mickey was texted if throughout his entire career, but five women have came forward already, spanning throughout his time from Cleveland to the Mets to the Angels, and he was like, he was.
So this was like before and after the Mets too, right?
Yeah, it's been his entire career.
Oh,
he's been
Jesus.
harassing He's been like harassing reporters, asking for like nude pictures, sending unsolicited dick pics, all that stuff.
He was sending dick pics too.
Yeah.
What is with?
I don't know, dude.
I don't get it.
What's with us just hiring absolute weirdos?
But I don't understand. Like what? Like unless you have like some I mean, some of my family members listen to this, so I don't want to get too graphic. But what is like the actual fixation with sending dick pics? Because I mean, both these guys, Porter and Callaway, have to be sick in the head. They have to be.
I mean,
the only explanation.
I just don't. I mean, you have to be fucked up to work for the Mets because you're just going into some fucking like terrible situation. But now we have like Sandy, like we have fucking Steve. Like I think it would just get better. But like, holy shit!
Look. This wasn't a Cohen thing. You know what I mean? Like honestly,
no,
like
this is
more in the This is a Wilpon move. This is more in the Angels now because he's with them. Like he's out of here. Like Cohen had a very good response. Like this doesn't fly under my ownership, which he proved. He fired Porter right away. And I saw that the Angels suspended him, but is that because he's like denying the allegations?
Yeah, the rule is if you're denying allegations, then the team and the MLB has to come to a full investigation. So,
all right, I mean,
he'll be gone. He'll be gone in a week.
Yeah,
thank God he's out of baseball. He's just terrible.
No, he's absolutely dreadful. I mean, look at Brody. He's back with a top sports agency. I mean, maybe he's good at that. You know what I mean? But
wasn't good at GMing.
Huh?
I said he wasn't good at GMing. That's for sure.
No. Look, he can fuck up Jay-Z's sports agency for all I care. Doesn't really matter.
Over under 2 weeks till we get a random story about Brody coming out, about him just being a fucking weirdo too. I give it under 2 weeks. I would not be surprised.
2 weeks?
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
We're gonna get all the high-ranking former Mets officials coming out with
all the Wilpon guys. All the Wilpon guys are just gonna be.
Why couldn't this happen to one of the Wilpons when they were the owner? We could have had Cohen 3 years ago.
This did happen to the Wilpons. And the MLB swept it under the rug. Dude, Jeff Wilpon fired a woman for being pregnant without a husband.
Yes, that's right.
Fired her.
I do remember that. Yep.
Like this has happened. This was the Wilpon like culture.
What an asshole.
Like I'm not surprised, but like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, I guess look. If he's doing that and he's hiring these people, I guess it makes sense. Like, not saying that's right, but you can't really be surprised if a bunch of idiots are hiring more psychopaths. But
exactly.
But anyways, Mickey Callaway, step right up. You're out of here. You're out of baseball. Go coach Little League or something, or I don't know. He's definitely done.
Around 10-year-olds? I don't think he should be even allowed around 10-year-olds.
Windham,
not just from
Windham. You're on your toes. You're right, Wendy. You're actually right. I retract that statement.
He's just a terrible coach, too. I wouldn't even have him coach 10-year-olds just to pitch.
All right, so we'll have him work construction, or maybe he'll get a nice union job where he can get some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Just get away from the game.
You're right. Wendy, you're absolutely right. So Mickey Callaway, see you later. We'll flush him out. No pun intended. Now we have what we talk. Oh, Murphy, a little Murph appreciation, because Daniel Murphy. He was one of my, obviously growing up, David Wright, I hope he was everybody's favorite Met, because he was one of the only good players in the team, but he was also just an amazing person. But Daniel Murphy, he was always like one of my favorite players because he was such a good hitter. He could play everywhere, but because I know they tried him in the outfield and he sucked, but Murph was awesome. Even during the Subway Series games, I feel like he always hit against the Yankees, which I always liked. but yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's retired. He has a good career, but yeah, Murph was definitely one of my favorite Mets growing up.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, growing up, I think we can all consider probably, other than Piazza and all that, like all other than the big names the Mets have had, I would say two of the most clutch guys that have came through the organization, like in our lifetime, have been Wilmer, because I mean he literally is Captain Clutch when it comes to the Mets, and Daniel Murphy.
Yeah.
I mean Daniel Murphy always rose in those big situations. He was always doing those. I mean, no one will ever forget the run in the playoffs.
Hmm.
And I mean, he was
Yeah.
just
My
so
God.
great for them for such a long time. It's appreciated.
He was just consistent too. He always played. He was never really hurt that much. Um, but yeah, Murph, I'm glad. I mean, one thing that I don't know, I'm not sure if you guys understand. Like, I just don't remember. But like, the Mets needed a second baseman in 2015. You just had Daniel Murphy, who at the time had his best offensive season. Like he had like 18 home runs, so like 70 RBIs, something like that, and they just let him walk. They let him walk, and Neil Walker was okay. But then even after the 2015 postseason, they just let this guy walk right out the door, and like it was nothing. And then of course he comes in the second place finish with the Nationals for MVP.
MVP.
But like, what was that about? Like, I don't remember. Like, was he asking for too much money? Like was Neil Walker really that much like less expensive than him?
No, I think that was a Will Pond thing because in Sandy's book, he said that one of his biggest regrets is not re-signing Daniel. He's like, I wanted to re-sign Daniel, but I just wasn't able to. He's like, it's my biggest regret in my career is not bringing him back.
Wow. Well, I didn't know that. What's his book?
Because I mean, I can't remember the title off the top of my head, but because think about how much different that 2016 team would have been. Like we had so many injuries throughout that. You lose David. I mean, having Murph in that lineup would have just over Neil Walker would have just been, you live and you learn.
Or you could just sign both, so Ty Kelly isn't starting for you at third base or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yo, let's not disrespect the last Met to get a playoff hit here.
All right.
I'm a big Ty Kelly. Listen,
I get
you guys
that's
always
like
make fun of me
joke.
for being a Noah guy, but I'm also a Ty Kelly guy. I mean, come on. Memories here. My last Met playoff memory is Ty Kelly getting a base knock and then Connor Gillespie getting a 3-run homer. I mean,
oh my God, Wendy.
If that doesn't embody Mets, I don't know what does.
I would much rather have Daniel Murphy than remember Ty Kelly having the last playoff hit that I remember. But
I know. Who would?
To each his own, I suppose.
Hopefully, from now on, that our best memories aren't Ty Kelly getting a postseason hit.
Seriously, dude, what the fuck? That's hard. That is like the epitome of being a fan. I mean, well, so far, I mean, like I think that definitely we have better days coming. But yeah, Murph, and also let's not, when we did the walk-up songs, I think he was on some of our lists with some of the good.
Yeah.
Which of those?
I think he was my number one. I think I had him at number one for shipping up.
No,
to
you
Boston.
had a weird one at number one. I thought you had like a random one.
I'm pulling it up right now because I had Murphy in my top five.
No, he was in. No, he was in the top.
No,
five.
Dan was my top. Dan was my number one. I had Jake. I had Billy, Beltran, Harvey, DeGrom, Murph.
Okay. Hey, makes sense. Yeah, it was a good one. It was always a classic one. But yeah, Murph was good. And 2015 postseason. I mean, we'll probably see something like it again. Just with the amount of home runs that are going up throughout the game.
I mean, we saw with the Rosarina this year, but
yeah,
I just feel like the Murph one was just so much more magical.
Well, because it was the Mets. They were like they came out in like 2014. They sucked all of a sudden, because like the old Mets, you got like one in every 15 years they were going to make like a serious run. Now we should have continued success. But like that's why it was cool. And then they beat the Cubs, who on paper were a much better team. Like much younger, much more exciting. But yeah, I mean it really was like a surreal experience.
I mean, think of the guys he hit those homers off of. He hits it.
Kershaw.
Zach Greinke in game. Kershaw game 4.
Kershaw was the first one, right?
Yeah, Kershaw was game 4 in NLDS. Zach Greinke game 5 of the NLDS.
Yeah.
Then we go play the Cubs. He hits it off.
Was Lester game 1?
Yeah, he hits it off Lester. I'm just gonna list the Cubs. He hit it off Lester, Jake Arrieta. Oh man, who else was in that rotation?
Kyle
Kyle Hendricks, I believe.
Yeah, the last one was off of Fernando Rodney. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean-
remember. Oh wait, no. Who started the game 4? Oh wait, no, but he didn't hit it then. I don't remember. But then of course he forgets how to swing a bat in the World Series and he lets the ball roll under his glove. Well, look, it's okay. I still love Murph regardless. It's okay. They all
I was
forgot how to
actually-
play defense in that World Series.
I was talking to my dad about it the other day about Murph retiring because we're just talking about it, and
Yeah.
he brings up he's like I love Murph. He's like one guy I'll never forget. But the lasting image that will always be left in my head is one of Daniel Murphy's last moments is after he let that ball go through his legs and the camera kept zooming in on him and he just kept putting that fucking chapstick on. He kept putting on this chapstick on his lips the entire time because it was
Oh my
freezing
God.
cold. And he's just putting this chapstick on. My dad's like, I will never get that image out of my head for the rest of my life.
That is so funny. That is so
I
funny.
remember that.
Trivia
mean-
question though for the two of you. You gotta get one.
That, right now? Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
With Daniel Murphy retired, it means there's only 2 ex-Mets to still be in the game that have played at Shea Stadium. Can you name them?
That are current. Wait. That they're on the
They're
Mets. Or
current. They're not
oh,
on the
in
Mets.
big
They're
leagues?
current MLB. They're in the big leagues, but they played at Shea Stadium with the Mets. There's only 2
Oh, they're on.
left.
They're on the Mets.
Assuming Justin Turner is one of them.
Nope.
No,
Really? No? Really?
not Turner. No.
Was that long ago?
Okay. Can you give me a hint which league they're in, like AL or NL? 'Cause
One I know for sure is in the AL. Let me check where the other one is currently because I think he was a free agent and he just recently signed.
What?
One is in the AL and the other is also in the AL. Both in the AL.
Oh boy. Oh my God. Wait, is that who is that catcher? Is he a catcher? Is one of them a catcher?
No, I'll give you another hint. Both are pitchers.
Oh, Oliver Perez.
That's one. The other one I don't know if you guys will get.
That guy's old as dirt now.
I didn't even know he was still around.
Okay, all right. Last hint: starter or reliever for the other guy?
Right-handed reliever.
Oh, what was his name? Darren O'Day.
Nope.
Yes, it is, Wendy.
No, it's Joe Smith.
Joe, the most average, most common name known to
It's
man.
literally the most common
What?
name. It's a right-handed
What?
reliever. He was a rookie. He was a rookie in
Oh my
08.
God.
What?
been-
I
Wait,
don't
who's he?
think I would have ever gotten that.
He was with
Who's he with
Cleveland.
now?
Cleveland.
Oh boy, Darren O'Day was on the Mets, right?
I think so. I don't know. Not 100% sure.
What? I mean, it doesn't really matter now.
Um,
He probably
Yeah, but
sucked
both
as it was.
actually both play for Cleveland.
Yeah. No.
and-
Yeah. Oliver Perez came to me. Yeah. Ugh. He sucked with them. And now whatever. We're not going to bring up the past anymore. This is a new age.
No,
But yeah.
no, Ali. This is not an Oliver Perez pro Ali Perez podcast.
No, definitely no, definitely not. But yeah, Murph was the man. If he had like 3 or 4 more like elite years like he did with the Nationals, you could consider him for the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Like-
looking at it too. Like
The dude
You
almost
know-
had a 300 career batting average, like a couple All-Star teams, like NLCS MVP. Like he was a good player.
12 years. I mean, his homers won't get it.
Yeah.
What was his hits at? He had almost 1,600 hits, which is quite impressive.
Yeah. No, I'm like let's say he had like 4 more years. like he
300
did.
batting average. Yeah. He was good.
Yeah. No, he was solid. So Murph is the man. And then recent news. Aaron Loop. Yeah, I like that move a lot. Missing out
I
on
did
Brad
too.
Hand. Dude, that idiot's going to the Nationals. He's such a moron. But whatever. Aaron Loop was because I remember watching him in the World Series because I when they originally signed him, I didn't remember he was in the Rays. But then when I saw all the pictures of him in Rays uniform, he was dirty for them. He's going to be good. And he throws hard from the
$3
bottom.
million. That's a
He had
steal.
2.5 ERA. He pitched well this last year.
For $3 million?
They got him for $3
Great
million.
deal.
That's a steal.
Yeah, I
That's
like the deal
easy.
a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna be good to complement with Diaz, with May, just like all the hard throwers. He'll be able to throw some junk in there. He still throws hard.
Yeah, and with the whole 3 batter minimum now, he's a guy
Yeah.
that you could definitely put out there for an inning, face some righties, and feel
Oh no,
confident. in him
he could
going.
face righties for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also coming from Tampa Bay, I would take anybody that came out of that bullpen. I don't care. I don't care what your name is. I don't care who you are. But yeah, I really like that signing. And also, what were the Marlins thinking about DFAing that pitcher? What's his name? Jordan. What?
Yamatoma.
Yeah, I'll let Wendy pronounce it from now on. But he was good because he pitched against the Mets. He was like lights out.
Yeah, I mean, when that was versus the Mets because of course the Marlins can always just beat the Mets.
Yeah.
But the guy didn't have a great year last year. Very bad year actually. But
Yeah, I was like 18.
Yeah, he. Oh really?
He had a rough year. But
I guess I just remember his one start against the Mets where he went like 7 shutout innings.
Yeah, no, but 2019, 4-5 with a 4.6 ERA. He has average strikeout numbers. ERA is a little high. His control's not great, but
right.
His strength is versus lefties. I saw this thing. Lefties in his career are only hitting like 191 versus him. So.
Oh wow! I'm gonna send him another message over Instagram.
He's got great stuff too. Good. Slider's phenomenal. So, I don't know. It definitely could be something there, but I feel it's more of a depth thing. Still got a couple options on his deal going up and down.
Yeah. I think if the Marlins, because I'm pretty sure his first career major league start. Oh wait, no, he made his debut in 19. You said?
2019. Yeah.
Well, regardless, I think if the Marlins start a young pitcher against the Mets within his first year or two, you probably just count it as like a loss for the Mets because he will have the best start of his career and some bum with a 3-run homer in the 9th inning, and it that'll just be it for the rest of the game.
That dude used to be for me Justin Bour. Every time I saw Justin Bour coming up to the plate versus the Mets in a big spot, I had a very good suspicion he was going to go yard.
So, what's that guy doing now? Is he in Japan? I think he's in Japan, right?
He's got to be. Yeah, the guy can rake.
Yeah. So I like that pickup. They're going to need the starting pitching depth, especially if they don't get Bauer, which I feel like after trading Matz, like I feel like that's almost like they're telling you like that they probably feel like that they have the best shot at Bauer considering they traded Steven Matz away.
I think I read something the other day. I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw it on Twitter. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who tweeted it out. But right now, the Mets, I heard, are offering Bauer 3 years, and the Dodgers are offering him 2. Same average salary, and he's leaning more towards the Dodgers, but it's still up in the air. So
Bauer's leaning more towards the Dodgers?
He's a Cali kid, so I wouldn't be surprised if he winds up the Dodger.
The story that I had read was I think it was the same tweet, and then I read more about it. They said that if it was up to him, he would prefer the Dodgers, but if the years and the money is different, he'll go to the Mets.
Like if there's more years and more money.
Yeah, because right now the Mets are offering 1 extra year. So they said if the Mets like get up to like a 4-year deal, and the money is like a little bit different, even though he wants to go back home, he'll go to the Mets.
The thing is, he just doesn't deserve first off, I don't think Garrett Cole deserved the money he got. I think Jacob deGrom deserves that money. I think Clayton Kershaw, I think Justin Verlander does. But for a guy who has no Cy Young awards, no way he deserves that kind of money. And then Bauer definitely doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but he had 11 good starts. He won the Cy Young, but I mean, I personally think the season was bullshit. I think it was fake, but there's just no reason to pay this guy $35+ million a year. That's the only issue I have with it. Would I take him right now? Absolutely. Do I think he's that piece where we could make a serious playoff run this year? I do think so. And I know Uncle Stevie has the money for it, but the money in the end will just be a little too outrageous.
Well, when we were talking earlier, I said I had a rant. Well, Bauer is the heart of my current rant because
Let's go.
I was just thinking about this, right? Today's February 2nd. February 2nd. We are 15 days away from pitchers and catchers reporting, right? Bauer's reporting if we sign him in 2 weeks. But What did we hear on January 9th when Francisco Lindor had his press conference? He doesn't want to negotiate a contract into the season. So why don't we, in these next 15 days, sign Lindor and sign Conforto and just stop everything? Just don't even leave the fans with questions. Lock them up. Have a core around, because you'll have Pete, Lindor, Mikey, Dom, Brandon
Jeff.
Nimmo for like 2 more years, Jeff. Like, why do we care anymore? Like, just lock them up and let's go. Like, if we get Bauer, great, but lock them up, please. I swear to God, if we don't lock up the 2 of them before the season, I'm not going to be happy at all with this offseason.
Oh my God.
Because what? What? We get 1 year of Lindor? I want Lindor in orange and blue for the next 10 years. I want him in orange and blue until he's 38 years old and has to play third base like he's A-Rod. I want him here forever. Same with Mikey. I love Mikey. I've been a Mikey guy for a while.
No,
I've loved him since he was at Oregon State. Like, this guy is a stud. He's a certified hitter. Why are we going to go try to find another guy that could be Mikey? Like, oh, yeah, we have all this money. No, Mikey is Mikey. He is the leader of this team. People might not say, but he is the leader. The guys in the clubhouse have said that before. I think he should be the heir apparent to David Wright instead of Pete. I know everyone loves Pete, but Mikey's the guy that leads this clubhouse. He's the one who calls the new guy first. He's the guy who welcomes in the Mets. He is the Mets' closest thing to David since he's retired. I want Mikey in orange and blue forever as well, and I will be extremely pissed if we let him walk.
So here's what I think is happening in terms of all that. I think that Conforto's a lock to resign. I don't think he wants to go anywhere. He's a really content guy. He's not on social media. He probably just wants to play baseball. There's no way he wants to like go to another team, like especially in the direction that the franchise is heading. I think that they got Conforto on a lock, and I think that the fact that they traded for Lindor means that they think that they probably have like an amazing shot at re-signing this guy. So
exactly,
I think,
but do it. Don't even leave it up to fate. Just get it done now.
No,
Sandy,
I get it. Yeah.
Get your ass on the phone with Frankie. Give him a call, or Zach Scott. I don't care which one of you is calling Frankie and Mikey. Call them up. Say to Frankie, here is 10 years, $300 million. Sign this contract and be a Met forever. Then go to Mikey. Here's 6 years, $150. I know it's a little less, but we still think you're a star. You're going to get a better deal here than you will elsewhere. So just sign the paper, stay in orange and blue. Because the team I think next year, if we let Mikey walk, that has a better shot than the Mets of signing him would be the Angels. Because I think he's a West Coast kid and he would want to go back to the West Coast.
He's definitely a
help
West Coast
Mike
guy.
Trout. Yeah. Go back there, help work with Mike Trout, play with him. Like, think of that lineup. Mikey, Trout, Rendon, like that's intriguing. I think a West Coast kid like him would go back. So don't even leave it up to fate. Just tell him, here's your money, stay a Met forever, and don't make Windy pissed. Like, just please.
You have to add the cherry on top of it. Don't make Windy pissed.
Please, I don't ask for a lot as a Mets fan. Just resign the 2 of them. Please.
That's fair. Hey, that's fair. I was curious about what your rant was going to be, but that's very fair. Those are fair claims, reasonable statements.
I have 15 days.
I think that they're just listen. I do think I have no worries about Conforto. I'm a little worried about Lindor. I mean, like if you say you're not, you're a liar. Like you are a dirty liar. But
yeah,
like look at this guy. He's pulling out his hair. I think that they're gonna like. I think they're trying to ride out this Bauer sweepstakes because they can get all 3. You know what I mean? They can do all 3. So I think that they're trying to ride it out, see what happens. And I think that Bauer is going to sign before spring training. I think there's not a question about that. I don't think Bauer is going to want to wait into spring training. I think he's a guy that wants to be in a routine, wants to get to know his teammates, be in the clubhouse. You know what I mean? I feel like he's that kind of guy.
Bauer's signing by the 9th. Bauer is signing from a week from today. I'm calling it right now. He signs within the next week. He will want to be a part of an organization for a week. Because think about it, press conference, like, you know, teams are going to want to do that. Is he really going to want to do a press conference when he's going to spring training pitchers and catchers report for most teams, like 2 days? Yeah. So I give it a week.
Makes sense. I mean, Mouth, what do you think about them re-signing Frankie and Conforto? Because I understand the concerns. I just think that it's going to happen.
I mean, it's obviously if they don't, it's a concern. But I don't think that I don't think trading for Lindor that they would just let him walk. I think
You can't. You cannot. It's impossible.
I think it's more of if the money if they get the deal right now, they'll do it. But I think because Lindor said he doesn't want to discuss it mid-season, I think that it would come if they don't get something done before the season. Come after the season, they'll sit down and they'll get it done before free agency.
Yeah.
I don't think. I'd be surprised if they lost him after.
Dude, look at all these teams. I feel like Major League Baseball. I think ever since Steve Cohen bought the Mets, things are going like there's a lot of weird shit going on. The Indians traded Lindor for nothing. The Rockies traded Arenado for literally nothing. They literally gave them a bucket of balls for Nolan Arenado, and they said yes.
And 50 mil. They also threw 50 mil in with Arenado. That pissed me off.
No, yeah, so. Like, all this is going on. The Yankees almost didn't re-sign DJ LeMahieu. The Padres are on the come up. The Mets are on the come up. Like, there's a weird dynamic going on right now. So, I just don't see who is going to sign Francisco Lindor next year besides the Mets. Like, who else is actually going to sign this guy? Like, who's going to like the Dodgers? Like, they're not going to re-sign him. They got to re-sign Cody Bellinger. They got to re-sign Corey Seager unless they trade Seager or something like that. But like the Dodgers,
Seager's a free agent next year. All these big time shortstops are free agents next year. Baez, Seager, Lindor. That's I think Correa, Story.
Yeah.
I think Correa might be.
Yeah, I think you're right.
These guys are going onto the field. Like there could be a lot of like flopping between teams right here. Like you could see guys just Lindor, like say Lindor goes to the Dodgers and Baez goes to the Mets, and
right.
Like that's the thing. Like we can't leave that up.
Also, that's yeah. So I really think the only team that he would be able to go to is the Dodgers. The Angels aren't. Their Angels are. They got Trout's contract. They got Rendon's contract. They got Pujols' contract. Those are 3 monster deals. So I really don't see Lindor going anywhere but the Mets. Like I don't. And I know I probably sound biased, but I just don't see it. Conforto, I think he's in. Bauer's Bauer's like a bonus at this point. You know what I mean? Like we have a lot like now with this Jordan guy, with Joey Lucchesi, with Lugo that can swap in out of the rotation, with Syndergaard coming back. We have a lot of depth in the rotation. And the bullpen is much better. So we're in a good spot, Wendy. I know you love your Mikey. I know you want Lindor, but we'll be okay. Trust me, we'll be okay.
Oh, and also my next thing, I know last episode I talked about it, that I like it, the idea of Sonny Gray and Eugenio Suarez. Could we please just throw that out? Just like stop talking about it. Stop tweeting, oh, the Mets are talking with the Reds. Just stop it. Just stop. I don't care anymore.
That's what I said last time. Well, I was just saying stop with the stupid reports of interest, checking in, all this like stupid shit that is obviously going on that we just don't need to hear about all the time.
Because I saw one thing. It's like the Reds want to trade Sonny Gray and Eugenio Suarez so that they can re-sign Trevor Bauer. So why would we Eugenio Suarez would be great to play third base. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I like his game a lot. He's number 10 on the MLB Network's top 10 third baseman. Yeah. But like, why on earth would we take Sonny Gray with that? The only positive of it is our big 3 going into 2022 with Noah and Stroman, being up in the air, is DeGrom, Carrasco, Gray. I would rather DeGrom, Bauer, Carrasco than even worrying about that. So, just shut up and just report about Bauer.
Oh my God.
And then once that's done, report about the contract negotiations between Lindor and Mikey. That's all I care about for the next, 20 days.
I keep on forgetting we have Carrasco. It's so awesome.
Right? It's nice.
I literally forget about it all the time. But yeah, so a lot going on with the Mets. But all good things. It'll all work out in the end. I have a lot of confidence. Uncle Stevie deleted his Twitter. He can get back to work once guys are reset. I think once the off season's over, he'll get back on Twitter. Once the season's coming up, get fans excited again. I think that he'll be able to handle when the Mets lose 5 games in a row. I think he'll be able to be okay. Everything that happened with Robin Hood and and GameStop and all the stock market stuff, he was probably being attacked pretty hard by people. So it was probably best for him to get off. But he'll focus now. He'll make Windrum happy. And then we'll all be happy because Windrum will be happy. We don't like to see
Please, Uncle Stevie, please. I'm a pessimistic Mets fan until it comes to Noah Syndergaard. That's the only thing I'm optimistic about.
Syndergaard can do no wrong in your book.
Him and Mikey, my two guys. They'll
right.
never let me down.
I think next time we record an episode, what is going to happen? Trevor Bauer's mind is probably like a cornfield maze. Like I don't know what that guy is ever thinking. Like, and they're doing his camp, by the way, is doing an incredible job at no information leaking, keeping people confused, like just fucking with people over Twitter. Like,
did you watch the video? Did you watch the video he released? Like, behind the scenes of my free agency, like discussing my free agency and like what's going on right now.
It was so dumb.
He did not mention a single team.
Yeah, he said so much without saying a single thing. Did you
watch
that, Malcolm? Did you watch
that? I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Like, would you say he said like so much stuff, and in the end he really said nothing?
Yeah. He's good at he's gotten into the
really
YouTube.
good
I watched that whole thing. I spent 15 minutes of my life I'm never gonna get back because I just wanted to know if he was gonna be a Met.
But that's why he's like a marketing genius. Dude, listen, this guy, he's good.
Clickbait.
No,
exactly. Dude, come to New York, Trevor. Please, I swear to God, just please come to New York. Just take me out of my misery right now.
All right, ready? By next podcast, Michael Conforto will be extended, but Francisco Lindor will not be extended just yet. He will not be. Okay, and I think Trevor Bauer.
Why did you do that to me? Seriously, I feel like you were able to speak stuff into existence more than me or Malcolm could. So like, why'd you have to say Mikey, not Frankie? I need both to be happy.
I'm being realistic. I'm being very realistic right now. This is as realistic as I can get, and I think Conforto will be re-signed. I don't think Bauer will sign yet. By the time we record next, I think Lindor will be a strenuous process.
Well, when are we recording next? I need to know that before I make it.
I don't know. I mean,
are we recording before Pitchers and Catchers report on February in 2 weeks?
Okay, fine. We'll do that before Pitchers and Catchers report. I mean, at least like if something big happens, we'll come back. But before that, then we'll talk about like probably the whole offseason, maybe some predictions, and then yeah. So we'll do that. So all right, since you have a timetable now,
I'll give my prediction.
Right.
Nothing's going to happen, and I'm going to be so pissed off because I keep saying something's going to happen every single time, and nothing fucking happens. So you know what? Nothing's happening this time.
I'll give my prediction nothing. Oh, that's great.
I like the energy. Nothing is going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen. You know what? It's going to be
You're saying that too, Malfa?
No, I like his energy because each time the last couple episodes, we've been saying that something was going to happen. Nothing happened. So we'll switch it up this time.
Yeah, I predicted Nolan Arenado's going to get traded to the Mets, and then Lindor did. So you know what? Reverse psychology here.
Well,
I wanted Lindor all along.
Did you see that they weren't even like they didn't even want to entertain Arenado because they want JD?
Dude, I don't even want to talk about that.
JD's one of our guys, yo, and we got.
He's my guy. I love JD Davis
too. We got Lindor. So don't worry about
Think of the defense on the left side of that infield, though. Oh my God, that would be incredible.
I get it. So, that was great. So all right. So apparently nothing is going to happen with the Mets until pitchers and catchers. I think Conforto will be resigned. I think that's a reasonable, reasonable guess because ever since he was going off in 2020, everyone's been shouting to resign him. So Conforto put in the bench.
What do you have? Please tell me you have something good that I will be happy with in your prediction.
I just said Conforto. You're not happy with that one?
I want both. I want Malfoy to say we resign both of them within the next 2 weeks.
Do I want
days,
it?
Actually,
Yes.
I want it in the next 2 days.
Do I want it? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
There's no way.
But it would be nice. But we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So until then, until next time, Windrum will be a sad sack of nothingness.
If you follow us on Twitter and something good happens, you will know because if I'm happy about something, I will tweet about it nonstop. I will spend when that Lindor deal happened, I sent about 45 texts in the span of 10 tweets in the span of 10 minutes. If something good happens, you will notice.
I have no doubt about that. So we'll catch you next time. The Mets extend Michael Conforto, not Francisco Lindor, and then do some predictions too before pitchers and catchers.
Let's go Mets. Don't make me lose my mind.
See ya.